taking your photographs, and I suspect the bluebell wood's probably making quite a nice subject. But as we saw, the bluebells are under threat from foreign invaders. They're also under threat, though, from climate change. Other plants that compete with the bluebells are finding the milder winters more to their liking. Things like cow parsley and garlic mustard. They're growing that bit quicker, tending to swamp the bluebells in the same sort of habitat. And a similar thing is happening with trees as well. The sycamore trees responding more quickly to the rising temperatures, so they get their leaves out first, and it's quite a dense leaf, so it tends to shade everything underneath. So early indications there of climate change going on. Now, the grass has certainly been growing quite nicely in the last few days. I saw the first silage cut being taken in Devon this last week, and that also means we're into the grass pollen season, so not great news for hay fever sufferers this weekend, with fairly high levels and high sun index as well. That sun out there is as strong as we'd normally expect to see it during the peak of the summer months, so some care needed if you're out and about in the countryside over the next few days. But it's really very nice out there, I have to say, in that sunshine, and plenty more of it to come across most parts of the UK throughout the rest of today. Those temperatures responding really pretty good into the low to mid-20s in most places. Some cooling breezes around the coast, but that's making it feel rather pleasant here as well. Now, that's one change that we are going to see through the week ahead. Cooler weather will eventually push in as winds switch round to the north, and it's not out of the question that by Thursday night, Friday night, we could be seeing a touch of frost across some northern parts of the UK, so worth paying close attention, I think, this week to the weather forecasts if you're a gardener. And a bit of a change on the way for this evening and overnight. This weak weather front's going to move in from the northwest. It'll bring a little bit of rain to northwest Scotland, perhaps Northern Ireland, but by the time it gets into northern England by tomorrow, really nothing more left than a band of cloud. Behind that, brighter skies soon following in, but a slightly cooler feel to things, I suspect, across Northern Ireland tomorrow, whereas we keep the warm air to the south of that weather front, and so with the sunshine again, a very pleasant day, with temperatures getting quite widely, I think, into the low 20s. It's a repeat performance on Tuesday, really. Another fairly weak front coming in from the northwest. Again, most of the rain fizzling out, maybe again a spit in a spot across Northern Ireland, but that's about it. For most of us, another dry day, another sunny day, and again, temperatures 21 to 24 across southern parts. Middle of the week, a little bit more problematical. We have got this next weather front pushing down from the north. Looks like it could hesitate for a time across northern parts of the UK before it finally moves on, but it's behind that we start to see the cooler air moving in. So Wednesday at the moment looks like we'll see most of the showers across northern parts, perhaps a few getting into Northern Ireland. The bulk of England and Wales, another dry day, another fairly warm and sunny day as well, but those temperatures beginning to nudge down by Thursday. That's when we could see perhaps some significant rain, but mainly northern areas I think that'll see that. More unsettled look to things though as we go through Friday, but that could be the only significant rain that most of us see through the whole of this week, but by then very definitely a cool feel to things, looking much more settled by the end of next week. Now it's back to John with news of this year's photo competition.